Hello guys, I hope you are all doing well. So this is Steve from Steve Builds. I usually do Minecraft videos but decided to do these kind of gameplays and walkthroughs. I guess you are also liking it because I got 70 likes on my last video and of the Watchdogs Legion, and those were most of the likes I got on my any of the videos, and they were on the Watchdogs, so I just decided to continue with those kind of gameplays. So in this one I will be just playing for around 7 minutes of the Watchdogs Legion and showcase you guys with some of the hacking skills we can use here. So the main catch with this one or this part of the series that in the first one, as you guys know, we were given just a simple protagonist like Aiden Pierce, and then the story went with that guy, and the second where we were the Marcus. But in this one the Ubisoft decided to just make everything with all the people, like we can just be any person we want, and then just it's kind of resistance gameplay. So let's see how the game goes. So it is a kind of a whistleblower mission. So one thing you all guys should note is that the work on this game is still in progress. So there are there are improvements to be made in this game as it will be released, it will be polished, and everything. As you guys can see right now, the game is also lagging at some points. I guess this is because the optimization for this game right now is that not much good, but I hope that the Ubisoft will be working on it. And as you guys can see, they have just the Ubisoft is still using all the hacking mechanics they used in the first part and the second part. And there's a kind of, just like if you are a fan of Assassin's Creed series, there's an eagle vision in that game. So just like that, and they now just change it with an overhead view, just like other games. So now in this game we can also scan our surroundings and see the opportunities to hack the peoples and make our way into the mission or any building we are just using. So in this part I am just being a plumber, or you guys can say a builder, and let's see how this mission progresses. One thing I just found kind of interesting is that every guy I knocked down or killed, his body just disappeared, like it was just a glitch, or like we were in kind of a simulation. I just find it unreal for a game, because if it's like a real life simulation, why just the guys disappears like that? And other than that, the graphics are impressive for this game, and I would say this is the only game so far I can just say, if it was not about totally hacking, this could have been one of the best you know open world games, and it could even compete against the Grand Theft Auto 5, which the Rockstar Games is just kind of dragging from PS3 to PS4 to PS5. So I guess this would have been a very much good competitor for that. But the problem here is that because the Ubisoft just decided to stick with its own core elements like hacking and a limited gameplay, we are kind of snatched from that kind of thing. So the story is going to be kind of interesting like that, if you see. But in GTA we were 3 characters.
I know for sure I've
They
betrayed them.
also had multiple characters, but there were only 3 characters, and all of them crossed their paths at some point. But in Watch Dogs, I guess any specific protagonist centered story will be kind of difficult, because there will be
I believe Zero Day or Rogue
so much kind of
framed you for the bombings
stuff going on at the same time. So I guess other than the story, the main element of this game is going to be,
we'll have Bagley check the intel.
all the
Don't make me
havoc
regret
we
this.
will cause on the government or any organization we are working against, like CTOS in the first part and the second part. In this part too.
Malik has made his way out,
So
and now I
let's
suggest you
see.
do the same.
takedowns were kind of nice, and in this game it looks like every person is just trained for parkour and skills like that. In my previous gameplay I showed you guys a normal person and he was just jumping and doing his stuff like it was daily work for him. So let's see what happens. And right now our objective is just to escape this area, so we are just going to do that. And one more thing is that I would like to apologize for my English, because I'm not a native speaker of English, so my accent and my stuff will not be that much up to date. But I hope that you will like my gameplay.
I'm
Okay, so we
undecided
have
on him as
escaped
a
the
man,
area,
spy and
so
all,
let's
but we
see
should
what
check his
happens.
information.
All right, 1 second. All right, Bagley,
They're
check
scanning
his
drones
intel.
this
Then get
time
everyone
too.
together for a briefing.
By the way, there was some YouTuber who just compared this time of London with the time of London they showed in the Assassin's Creed. I don't remember that game's name that came
I'll
after
go
the
along with what
Unity,
the group
and
decides.
for
Don't like this. We should
shocking
walk
of
our way.
stuff,
You're
I
just bloody wrong.
found out
He needs a
that
helping hand.
both
May
of
I
them are
present the
kind
third
of
option?
really
Just
comparable,
use
and
him.
it
An
shows
SRS
progress the
whistleblower,
London
even
has
one you
made
don't
from
trust, could still
previous
help us
part
find
to
the
this
arsehole
part,
that blew up
or
half of
from
London
that
and
time
framed
to
DedSec
another
for it.
time.
You don't have to invite him to your
We got to
birthday, just use his
find
information.
out two
Good
types
idea.
of London,
All right.
two eras of London in this game. So let's see if we can also fast travel to the locations or our safe house. And the safe house in part 2 was kind of a house in the starting, and then it progressed further, and in this case it looks like something like that. I don't know that much, but Watchdogs is just kind of running with that funky or pop culture theme with every city it is exploring, except for the first part in the Chicago,
I'm here.
which was
Are you
with
ready to begin?
Aiden Pierce. I
Here's the
really
gist.
had high
Malice
expectations
Intelligence
with
checks
that
out.
game, but
A
that
rogue
was a
faction of
letdown just
SRS officers
because
framed DedSec for the
they
bombings to
downgraded
consolidate
the
power
graphics
over the
from
government.
the E3 version,
But now
and
they've
then
noticed that some people are standing up for the
things,
new order,
the
and
story
they're
was
blaming
not
you.
that captivating,
I
and
believe these are the people you
the
call Zero
mechanics
Day.
were interesting,
I
but
don't know their
the
names,
missions
but
were
it's
too
safe
much
to
kind
assume
of
they have a
confined
ringleader.
for different
And in my
approaches,
experience
so
overseas, removing the
we were
leader
forced to just play
Right,
like
right.
a
Knock off the
linear
boss
game,
and Zero
I
Day will
would say.
follow. But why us? Why now?
2 weeks ago, a shell company connected with Zero Day's operations imported 40 kilos
Just
of
still
Semtex
astonishes
from
me
an old
that
Soviet
how
bomb
the
depot and
Half-Life
never left
parts of the
London,
games just work
which means
so much
Zero
on
Day
the
is planning a bomb that will make
facial
those earlier
animations.
bombings look like
If you
a
look
bonfire. And I
close
think
up with
I
this
know
video,
why.
the facial
As we're all now painfully
animations
aware,
are
false
still
flag
not
attacks are a
that
common
much
propaganda
kind
tool
of,
for despots. Kill a load of people and the rest fall into
natural
line behind
looking. They are
whoever says
just
they won't
looking
let it
like
happen again.
animated.
In this case, Zero Day.
Which means we both want to discover who's pulling Zero Day
Oh,
strings
the
and
graphics
stop
just
them.
loaded on
We
this
need to get hold of the
version.
personnel
I hope they
dossiers
will
of
just
anyone
fix all
connected
these
with the
issues
earlier
in the
bombings
final
and their
version.
cover-up.
As you guys know,
Then
this
Malik
is
and I
just
can
a
analyse their common
progressive version,
connections and
so
work out
things
who's
are
in charge of
just
Zero Day.
hope to be improved,
And I'll be on
and
the com
there is a
to
lot
observe.
room for improvement. But even there are persons on the YouTube who have still completed this whole series.
So if Malik's right,
In the
Zero
progressive
Day are
version
some kind
still.
of shadowy cabal of spies who blew up
Okay,
half
now
the
we
city
will
to
be
secretly
doing
take
some
control of the
hacking
government.
inside the
But now
Surge
they're
HQ.
pissed off
Let's
that
see
someone's
how it
standing
goes.
up to them, so they're going to do it again. That's awful.
I agree. You'd think they'd come up with something besides another bombing. Bit of a double beat, isn't it?
Think Zero Day's trying to teach us a lesson again? Because we're fighting back?
Cut that victim-blaming shit. I'd rather get blown up 1,000 times than lie down just so some wannabe tyrants can stamp
Hey,
on
and
my
if
face.
you like my videos or just want to be notified with the latest news or updates regarding Watch Dogs and new games, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Watch Dogs login
Hello?
these
Someone
loading
else slumped
screens
off
are
work and now
always
it's
kind
your
of
turn.
nice.
Okay, cool.
They look really good.
What I needed.
Oh, you really drank it. Those hairs are really shaking. Oh yeah, so the camera has gotten shaky because he drank something. That's nice. Just like the drunken vision in GTA. The city looks so beautiful, really. There was a mod in GTA 5, or every mod I would say, that enhanced the graphics of the games just by making the roads look wet, because it just, you know, made enhance the reflections and just pretended that the graphics enhanced. And if you see here, the roads are still wet. I just noticed this detail right now. Maybe it had rained in the night, but the city looks beautiful, I would say that. The driving in first part was really a downer because the cars didn't look really nice, and in the second part it was nice, and I hope it will be nice in third part too. One thing I wanted to check was if the mouse or the handle was free while driving, or it was not, because it is really nice to just see. Yeah, yeah, the camera is free, because in the older games we just couldn't control the camera while the driving, and it just didn't felt well. I don't know why, but I was
You're
playing
stealing
GTA
Sir's
Vice City
personnel dossiers.
and was
The
just
organization is
moving my
strictly
mouse
compartmentalized, so they aren't stored in
very
one
vigorously
central
just to
location.
see if my car would
Cool.
move. Then I
So
realized
we're
that
spying on
I'm
spies.
playing a game
Love
from
it.
PS2
Wait.
gen,
So how are we going to do that?
but
Sirs
those
uses a
games were
supercomputer
still
called Filament to
ahead
process
of their
information
times.
drawn from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle, if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government, or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom. Instantly.
This game
and
still looks
sideways.
beautiful.
You can be horrified
And
if you
as
want,
much as I
but it
can
saved
say, on the
thousands of lives.
PC version,
Get access
it is still
to a
going to be
filament
RAM
terminal and I'll
intensive
provide you with the
instead of
search terms.
GPU. I know that you guys will need a decent GPU to run it, but other than that, like Watchdogs 2, it will more depend on RAM and CPU rather than GPU, because there are some calculations in the second part. I noticed that, and this game just doesn't look kind of different from second part in comparison to the mechanics, because they both had same mechanics. So yeah, this game will be kind of also be dependent much more on CPU, but if you are using RTX, then yeah, it will be GPU intensive as well. Whoa, he just didn't saw me. Wow, that's nice, man.
Nothing to report so far.
See what happens. It's like a cloak engaged mode from the Crisis. Ubisoft always nails with interiors, even if it is with these games or with Assassin's Creed. As you all guys know, the interiors in the Assassin's Creed Unity were just so much beautiful. Even it was not RTX enabled, but the interior still looked very much beautiful. I still play that game till now. I don't find it buggy that much, but yeah, that game really was just kind of made to showcase the power of that generation. Oh, like just he took down a guy that was heavier than him in one chokehold. That is just amazing. these games should add mechanics like if a person shouted or someone heard their shout, like some natural coefficients, those that will be just occurring randomly in game rather than like there were some kind of events. I just can't remember a game in which there were some random events and we had to deal with them, and these were those were kind of very small, but they were there. The Watchdogs really know how to deal with all this hacking stuff. I don't know which game to play after.
So this is
all
filament.
of these
Impressive.
comes out. Like
I can help
there
you
is
break
this
in, but we're
one,
going
and
to
then
leave a
there is
trail,
Assassin's
unless of
Creed,
course Malik has an
and
idea.
then there's
There.
Cyberpunk.
I persuaded
I'll be
Filament
streaming
Security to
Cyberpunk
log
too.
that Spiderbot's
So
activity as system
stay tuned if
maintenance.
you guys want to watch
Thanks.
that
How
too.
suspiciously helpful of you.
It's not like the movies. Spies aren't the police. I believe in working with the lesser evils like DedSec to protect society from the greater ones.
So why did Zero Day kill all my friends?
Okay,
There are
okay,
differing
okay.
schools of thought.
I hope you like my video, guys. So that was just end for this one walkthrough. I hope you like my video, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.